Hi, this is Bonnie. Pearl, the treasure of nature. It's popular in recent years. What I know is that many people they have lots of misunderstandings of pearls. So do you want to know the truth? First, the cultural pearls are worthless. For the most of pearls nowadays we find in the market, they are cultural pearls. And for the natural pearls, they are very rare. Maybe you can only find them in some museums or auction houses. It's because the natural pearls, it needs people, they take the risks of their lives to find the pearls in deep ocean. That's why the price of natural pearls are very expensive. I cannot afford it. For example, the world's largest seawater natural pearl found by a fisherman from the Philippines. It's valued around 100 million US dollars. For this one, if you can find one natural pearls, you can be a great billionaire. Actually, the cultural pearls, they are also real pearls, not artificial. We just use high technology to implant a bead into the muscles. So that's why nowadays we can easily to control the freshwater pearl, and the quality is still very good. Back into the last century, many famous scholars they had proved a scientific point. There is no difference between the cultural pearls and the natural pearls in terms of their construction and formation. Second, the freshwater pearls are very cheap. Many people, when they go on holiday, maybe they will buy some very cheap pearl oysters. And actually inside the oyster, the pearl quality is really bad. So that's why we give people a misunderstanding that the freshwater pearls is really cheap. Please look at this picture. Can you recognize which are seawater pearls and which are freshwater pearls? Can you guess that? Okay, so I will tell you the answers. For these pearls, they are freshwater pearls, and for the rest, they are seawater pearls. Can you guess right? Is it difficult for you to recognize it? Actually, for nowadays, with the development of the technology, so now it's very easier for people to control the growth environment of freshwater pearls. So that's why nowadays you can also find high quality freshwater pearls. There is almost no difference between seawater pearls. So no matter seawater pearls or freshwater pearls, the production of high quality pearls are very rare. And there is an old Chinese saying goes, the rare things are precious. So for the high quality freshwater pearls, it's also very valuable and not cheaper at all. Third, the freshwater pearl is not as good as saltwater pearl. No, it's incorrect. The first reason is because the production of the seawater pearl and the freshwater pearls are different. Please look at this picture. This is the report from 2014 to 2019. According to the bigger analysis, you can see the production of the freshwater pearl is 99%, while the seawater pearls is only 1%. People always see the rare things are precious. So that's why on the market, you can find the seawater pearls are more expensive than freshwater pearls. Okay, so for the second reason is because of the growth environment. Compared to the seawater pearl mussels, the growth environment of freshwater pearl mussels will be easily to control. It's because the freshwater pearl mussels will be grow in lakes, ponds, and rivers. But for the seawater pearl, the growth environment will be extremely strict. It's because for the people they want to produce high quality seawater pearl, they needed to control the temperature of the seawater is around 10 to 35 degrees centigrade. And sometimes maybe they also will meet a disaster, for example like typhoon, and the production of seawater pearl will be reduced incredibly. This is also the important reason why the seawater pearl is so expensive. Of course, if you want to choose pearls, it depends on your budget and the purpose. Actually, for me, if for the freshwater pearls and the seawater pearls, there are almost no difference from the outside. You can check, this is the seawater pearls, the South Sea pearl earring. And for this one, this is the Edison pearls. It's one type of the freshwater pearl. Both of them are high quality pearls, but actually, if you just want it for daily use, I recommend you use the freshwater pearls because it's easy to protect. Fourth, every pearl is perfect. Of course not. You know, it's like people. No one is perfect. As for the perfect pearls, almost you cannot find it. This is the picture that shows you the standard of GIA to recognize the high quality of pearls. Flawless pearl in the pearl industry normally means that the overall surface of the pearl has no obvious visible flaws. But if you use precision instrument, you can still see many gross lines or water ripples, and there is almost no perfect pearls. Okay, let's look at this high quality Edison water pearl. It seems like perfect, but let's look at one loose pearl. And you can see on its surface there is still some water ripples and gross lines. So that's why in the pearl industry we always see that the perfect pearls is almost no. Pearl is silent but impressive for you. Okay, so today's video comes to the end. Please feel free to leave your comment or chat with us if you have any questions about pearl information. And for more pearl knowledge, please follow our channel and see you next time. Bye bye!